Bicentennial units. They were a railroad craze started by the seaboard coastline in 1971, with U-36B 1776 being painted in the patriotic colors. Many railroads followed soon after, preparing for the Bicentennial in 1976. And the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe, otherwise known as the Santa Fe, wouldn't miss out on this opportunity. In 1975, the Santa Fe selected 5 of their newer SD45-2s built 2 years earlier in May of 1973. They would be painted into a bicentennial paint scheme, with those units being 5700, 5701, 5702, 5703, and 5704. The paint scheme would have the yellow change to red, the black on the frame changed to silver, the blue on the long hood changed to white, a brighter blue stripe added to the top of the long hood, a red and blue stripe added to the sides of the long hood, and many stars added to the engine, along with the Great Seal of the United States. Shortly after being painted, the 5 units would be lined up at Barstow, California for photos. They will later premiere on the ATSF's Hotshot Super C train, along with helping the American Freedom Train while it was on ATSF trackage. After the celebrations were over, they would be repainted back into the bluebonnet paint scheme and go their separate ways. These units sure have gone down different paths and been rebuilt into multiple different types of engines, and I will be covering all 5 unit stories after the Bicentennial in this section. After it was repainted, 5700 would be converted into SD45-2B 5517, later gaining the MKM reporting marks and being renumbered to BNSF 7511 after the merger. It would later be sold off to NREX, keeping the same number, and is most likely rotting away in service or scrapped as of now. Similar to 5700, 5701 would be converted into SD45-2B 5516 before being renumbered to 7508 after the BNSF merger. It would be renumbered again to 6523 and receive GN reporting marks, and is most likely scrapped or rotting away somewhere on the BNSF as of now. After 5702 was repainted, it would become SD45-2U 5842 and would later be rebuilt into BNSF SD40-2R 7956, then being renumbered to 1571. It is most likely rotting away in Topeka or similar deadlines on the BNSF system as of now. Similar to the first 2, 5703 would be converted to SD45-2B 5512, then being renumbered to 6522 after the BNSF merger. It would later receive GN reporting marks before being sold to SPTX and renumbered back to 5703, and was last seen on a UP train around Nebraska and is most likely in storage. Being the final one of the bunch, 5704 would become SD45-2U 5834, later being renumbered to BNSF 6484. It would then receive GN reporting marks before being put into storage in Topeka to rot. But that wasn't the end for 5704. 5704 would later be taken out of the deadline and moved to BNSF's Argentine yard in Kansas City, before later making its way down to Mid-America Car for a full cosmetic restoration. After that, it would be displayed at Kansas City Union Station before being moved to its new home at the Southern California Railroad Museum in Paris, California, and as of now, it is fully operational and continues the spirit of the ATSF Bicentennial units. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun researching, making the script, along with making the graphics for this video. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, evening, or night.